Stop it. Stop it. He's trying to do it again. Look, there he is. There he is. Welcome to this week's box office banter with me, J Mac, and him,
Kev.
K Wells.
This is the Wednesday show, which is a bit different from our usual Thursday, but sometimes you can't have it always. So welcome to our Wednesday edition of Box Office Banter. J-Mac, what's special about a Wednesday edition as opposed to the Thursday edition? What will they see on the Wednesday edition of Box Office Banter that they won't see on the Thursday version?
Like a new border, you might notice that. I put a lot of work into that, so it's quite nice to see that you've actually got it on display with the Marvel and back at cinema, all that. You know, it looks cracking. Other than that, I've no idea. You tell me.
Well, seeing as I've got the show notes here, so coming up on the show, we will be talking about, as you see in front of you, Black Widow. We went to see Black Widow this week, and we'll get into that coming up. Also, we will be telling you what's happening in Bathgate Cinema, what's going on, and also we always play our wee couple games, true or false trivia question time on the spot. If you are listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere that you can consume audible podcasts, make sure to check us out on YouTube or on the Bathgate Cinema Facebook, facial book, and the Aloha Cinema Facebook, where you can interact with us live. Remember, guys watching at home, hi. Don't be a stranger. Say hi in the comments. Come chat with us. This is a show that we do for you guys, so you guys can see what's going on and enjoy pretty much what it is we do here. So, J-Mac, what are you looking forward to seeing over the next couple of months that's heading to Bathgate Cinema? As you tell us, I'm going to bring up what's on at Bathgate Cinema. So tell us.
Well, I'm going to be 100% honest with you, man. I'm still waiting to find that film that I'm really looking forward to. It's just the way things are now. There's certain films that have been delayed so many times that I'm still wanting to see. Mm-hmm. A couple to mention would be Top Gun 2 and Halloween Kills, but obviously they're still a wee while away. But we'll go through the list of what's coming up, and I'll tell you if I even fancy it a little bit.
Hi. Hi, Heather Douffer. She's going to be issuing us the questions tonight on the true or false trivia. So this will be fun. It'll actually be proper head to head. So in Bathgate Cinema, Thursday the 15th, which is tomorrow, is your last chance to get your tickets for Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Have you seen that, J-Mac?
I've not. I've seen the Hitman's Bodyguard. I've seen that when it came out a couple of years ago. I remember thinking it was quite decent. It was relatively funny, and Ryan Reynolds makes anything watchable. So, I'm sure this is no different.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of Ryan Reynolds, here is Black Widow, starring Scarlett Johansson.
Starring Ryan Reynolds.
No, it's Ryan Reynolds' ex-missus.
I suppose, well, she was in that and he was in. Moving on.
Exactly. Well, that's open pretty much up till Thursday, the 22nd of July. I can't confirm that that'll be the last time that you'll be able to see it in the cinema, but do get your tickets before then. We will be doing the review. If you stick with us throughout this show, we'll be doing the review on Black Widow and what we thought of it. So that'll kind of clear up that. But make sure you get your tickets for it. One thing I can say before we get to the review is definitely get your tickets. We got a comment here by John Kavanagh Harns. James Bond to That's What I'm Looking Forward to. James Bond, yeah. We still got Daniel Craig as James Bond, or is that his time up?
No, this is the last one that's going to have Daniel Craig. The name of it actually completely escapes me, which is terrible, but never been the biggest James Bond fan as a whole, but I have enjoyed most of the Daniel Craig ones. The Quantum of Solace was pants, but other than that, he's been a pretty strong Bond.
I know that Daniel Craig... Daniel Craig's not been a biggest fan of doing the James Bond movies, and I know that. I know he really doesn't like it.
How can you moan about that? I mean,
I know.
Even I'm not the biggest Bond fan, but if somebody said, "Jordan, do you want to play James Bond?" I'd be like, "Okay, that's amazing." It's like, "Oh, this script isn't as good as the last one, but still James Bond. That's fine."
Why not?
I'll keep doing it. Daisy Quokka, world's scariest animal. Now that I can tell has nobody in it that you've ever heard of.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's another cartoon, a good one to take the kids to. So the kids don't care if there's anybody famous in a film. As long as it's colourful and it's good fun, they'll have a good time.
The fact that they're saying it's the world's scariest animal, yet it's the most non-scariest animal on the poster, kind of leads me to think that Sam Neill's in it, mate. Sam Neill's in it. What do you mean?
Sorry.
Nobody you've ever heard of. Sam bloody Neill, mate.
Sam Neill face.
One that we reviewed I reviewed last week, Fast 9, the Fast Saga, Fast and Furious 9, spaceships.
How was it, by the way? Truthful, 100%.
Did you not watch the last episode?
I watched some of it, but I was busy, man. Why do you think I wasn't on the show? I was busy.
He's hearing this, man. He's not watching it.
I was busy. Come on.
Well, I'll say
if I wasn't busy, I'd have been on the show. Come on.
Mate, I'll say to you what I say to everybody else. You'll need to go back and watch it.
You go back in our archive.
Exactly, to last week. Space Jam: A New Legacy. Actually, really looking forward to this one. This opens on Friday the 16th, which is Friday. So go get your tickets for that. I can't imagine you wouldn't be going to get your tickets for that. It looks class. I hope Michael Jordan's in it in some capacity. That'd be awesome. You can, remember, you can also book your tickets at www.bathgatecinema.co.uk and reserve them there and go ahead and see it. This is what we'll be doing next week, if I am not mistaken, J-Mac. The Forever Purge. Same as like Saw Purge movies, or you know what you're getting with it. And I'm kind of looking forward to it. The fact that they've kind of went the Fast and Furious route here and just proper went, nah, let's just go off the rails with this.
Oh, look at that poster, man.
That doesn't like at least it took Fast and Furious 9 movies to get there. These guys are like on this is their 5th installment, if I'm not mistaken, right? And already there's a cowboy-looking guy with a USA dead horse.
It's like it looks like you're playing Red Dead Redemption on acid. It just looks absolutely insane. The trailer, if you haven't seen it, the trailer looks pretty crazy as well. So I wasn't a big fan of the first Purge, which I think was the last one in the series. I might be wrong there. But wasn't a big fan of that, but I liked the ones before that, especially like the very first Purge, like the Purge 1, the Purge. That was a great film, much better than I expected it to be. So hopefully this is kind of back in the same vein.
There is actually a Red Dead Redemption game that is just like this Purge.
Why am I not surprised?
If they didn't steal this idea, right, for that poster, I don't know what. That looks so much fun. I am when going to see that, I am expecting nothing like the first one. I am expecting absolute carnage, and I expect to see a horse rider in space. If I don't see that, I'm disappointed.
You want to see a horse? You want to see a horse riding a horse rider? That's a different type of movie.
In space.
Nobody puts Dirty Dancing in the corner.
Oh, you take this one then. You take this one. You've got it.
Yeah, Dirty Dancing, that's coming up for a special event on the date that you can see on screen, which is a bit too small for me to see right now because I need to enlarge the screen.
I thought you would have had this memorized, Ken.
That's Friday the 16th of July and Saturday the 17th. So that is literally this weekend. So,
16th is sold out.
That's gone. And I do believe...
Get your tickets for the 16th.
I do believe there's a wee special treat that goes along with that movie, so make sure you get your ticket. If you're a Dirty Dancing fan, you can't go wrong. You know you're getting the film and a little bit extra, so get your ticket.
Yep, absolutely. The Croods 2, the New Age. Da, da, da. I really liked the first Croods. It was class. I think the second one will be just as class. The fact that they took this long to give us another Croods, what was that? 2013, 14 was the very first one?
Yeah, it was a while ago now. And anything that's got that censor advice, very mild comic violence, threat, injury, detail, and rude humor, that's for us. So yeah, I'm a fan of the Croods. Let's bring on the Croods too. So yeah, as you can see, plenty of show times are there for that one. So plenty of time to get your tickets, but get them as quick as you can and get in and see it. Come on.
That opens on the Friday the 23rd of July, and the tickets run till the 29th of July, which happens to be my 30th birthday. But it might still go on a bit longer than that because the website is constantly being updated. We'll skip this one because I've got an advert that tells you everything you need to know about that. What I will say is get your tickets because the actors will be there, Sandy Nelson and Jimmy Chisholm. Well,
I don't even.
both.
I don't like Braveheart, man. I'm not going.
Fine. But yeah, get your tickets to that because it's going to be spectacular. Absolutely, Mamma Mia. That was in cinema until recently, was it not? That happened to be one of the things I saw in the cinema. I remember walking, like, there was an escalator in Livingston Centre, and I'm going up the escalator and looking into the shop that was called Zavi, right? And as you're going up the escalator, I could see Mamma Mia, the DVD, in the store, and I went up to the cinema, and I could see it was still in cinema even when it came out. So it was an absolute cinematic success.
There's something I just wanted to say. Can you say the word escalator again?
Escalator.
That's it. That's it. I'm pretty sure. I mean, correct me if I'm. You guys watching at home, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Kevin said escalator twice. So let me know. Let me know.
Let me know. Write to us at jibberjabberscotland@gmail.com. So yeah, we've got Mamma Mia. That's on the Friday 27th.
Heather Dow, stop trolling.
And we've got Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again on the 28th, which, so it's, back to back, one day, Friday 27th, and then Saturday 28th, and then you give yourself over to absolute pleasure with Rocky Horror Picture Show on the 29th of October, 30th of October, and the 31st of October. You can't get tickets for the 30th, but you still can get tickets for the 29th and for the 31st of October. Make sure to get your tickets because that will be nothing short of wonderful. That's not a quote, but what? But so that's what's on at Bathgate Cinema. Remember, you can just go to this website, select your ticket that you want to get. It'll load perfectly, and then you go and you add your quantity, and then you hit review. It'll come up total price, and you just check out and buy your tickets there. It'll be absolute class. Won't it, GMAC?
Of course it will. It's Bathgate Cinema. You could literally go and watch the worst film in the history of Bathgate Cinema and still have a good time. So
that's true.
What's the worst film you've ever seen, Kevin? I know that's a tough one, but
The Dummy.
All right, that didn't take long. I was going to have to go into a wee kind of explanation about it. Just because it's bad doesn't mean it's not fun. I'm just talking about plain bad, not fun, utter crap. So that's yours, The Dummy.
The Dummy. Aye.
All right, okay.
I had to turn it off. It was just absolutely rank rotten.
Okay. I take it this wasn't a major release. That sounds like a straight to video. Not even a straight to DVD. That sounds like a straight to video.
It was. It absolutely was. Something that wasn't a straight to video was the event that we're holding in Bathgate Cinema on the 31st of July. JMac, what movie is that?
I'm just going to point at it. That one. And I'm strolling through the field. It's Loyal and you're worth it.
Sons and daughters of Scotland, my name is William Wallace.
William Wallace is 7 feet tall.
Shut it! And today I stand before you in defiance of the tyranny of the big chain cinemas. 31st of July in Bathgate Cinema. Come along to see Braveheart once again on the big screen. Stunning 4K. Some of you will buy tickets and you'll be there. And others won't, and you won't. But it will be bloody brilliant.
Hurry up! The tickets aren't too many!
That's right. And who knows, maybe one or two of the actors from the actual film itself will be in attendance. But that's why you've got to buy your tickets! So go now to www.bathgatecinema.co.uk and secure your tickets, or go into the cinema and book up. You don't want to miss it.
Makes me wish I knew you when you had long hair. spared no expense. The horse himself still makes me laugh. Come on, buy your tickets. You know you love it.
But I thought maybe you were laughing because you're credited as Wee Davy.
There's that as well. Wee Davy holds a really, really sweet place in both of our hearts at this point.
Not only that, but you're taking the line that was actually Davy Mackay's as well. So there's more to that, you know.
Yeah, remember when he told the story about that getting told to him? It was. I'm sure it was like an American customs agent said it to him. It was or something like that. He was at an airport in America, and the guy's like, "Come here, boy." And he goes on. He's like, "Right, man, what's happening?" And the guy goes, "The English are too many." Yeah, be sure to go back and revisit our episode with David Mackay. That's a fun wee dude.
Yeah.
like that guy.
You can't call him a wee dude.
He's wee Davy.
Alan McConnell, thanks. He says that lol, brilliant. Hope to see you there at the Braveheart screening on the 31st of July, folks. We have Heather Dow saying Connor will forever be known as Boom Boy. That and many others.
At least it's Boom Boy. It could be a lot worse. Do you know what I mean? There's Kevin's a great name for a character.
A character, not human. So we're going to.
Sounded like the doctor for The Simpsons.
Hi, everybody.
No, that one.
Yeah. God
I'm
dang.
sorry, Homer.
So we're gonna head now to the review. So we're gonna bring up the trailer for the movie we just saw, Black Widow.
I tell people my sister moved out west. You're a science teacher. Your husband, he renovates houses. You're thinking about moving, but you're gonna wait until the interest rates go down.
That's not my story. Before I was an Avenger, I made mistakes. And a lot of enemies.
He's called Science Taskmaster. He controls the Red Room. They're manipulated, fully conscious, but no choices.
I should have come back for you. How many others are there?
Enough.
We have to go back to where it all started. So they never do that to anyone again.
We're a family. We fight with you.
You won't win.
I've always found it best not to look into the past.
Okay, you got a plan, or shall I just stay duck and cover?
My plan was to drive us away.
Well, your plan sucks.
At some point, we all have to choose between what the world wants you to be and who you are. I made my choice. I'm done running. Here's what's gonna happen.
Natasha, don't slouch.
I'm not slouching.
You're going to get a back hunch.
Listen to your mother.
Oh my God, this.
Up.
All
Listen.
right, enough. All of you.
I didn't say anything. That's not fair.
There it is, Black Widow. The trailer looks a lot of fun. I never actually watched the trailer before going to see the movie. Because to be honest, Black Widow's probably not a movie that I would essentially be like, hey, I really want to go and see it. I mean, if it was on TV, maybe, but I wouldn't be like, oh my god, Black Widow's out like a lot of people. So I never watched the trailer, and I kind of only went to see it so we could do this show on it.
Mm-hmm.
Upon doing so, I'm quite happy I did, but we'll kind of talk a little bit about it. So to create a little bit of context, this is set pretty much after Civil War, Captain America Civil War. So the Avengers
thanks for clearing that one up for me, because it does tell us a year that it takes place in, but I'm not too much of a Marvel nut, so I wasn't quite able to place where it fits in the kind of chronological order of the movies. But obviously it had to be before the one that she died in. So I knew it was in there. That's not a spoiler, by the way.
No. If you've not seen Endgame, man, that's on you. She's pan bread, but what they had to do was obviously go back and kind of give you a bit about what's happened. I found that for when they placed this origin kind of story, it's not an origin story, but it is. I find the placement very odd. Like, I think we should have had this movie sooner. However, this is set between Endgame and Civil War. So it starts kind of when Civil War's kind of been a thing already for some time. The Avengers have all broken up, and she's kind of just like, well, what do I do now? And this is how this movie kind of comes to be. And then towards the end, obviously after the movie, is when she goes to meet with the Avengers and get back together, and then essentially die. Also, if you're going to see it, stay behind for the after credit sequence. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did. And the only reason I waited to see if there was one was because it was a Marvel film. Now, it's the type of film where when you watch it, you think, is there any need for a post-credit sequence? I mean, is there anything that it has to lead on to? It's just a solo movie, really. So I did say, I was watching it with my wife, and she was just kind of packing up, ready to go. I was like, no, wait, there might be something, and there was, which is nice. So make sure you stay.
Mm-hmm. That kind of leads into the Winter Soldier series. You know, that Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's what the end credits is all about, essentially. So that's kind of where we're at in the timeline, and that's a word I don't like using when it comes to movies. Oh, that's in a separate timeline. Sorry, but no. The only people that get to do that are Skynet. No.
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing with time and space, you can pretty much do whatever you want. I mean, it used to be that when somebody died in a film, they were just dead, and you never see them again. That's just not the case anymore. So just because somebody's dead and you might have liked them, just hold your breath. Chances are there'll be a film out with them in 3 months anyway. So, aye.
True.
What you were saying about finding the timing a bit strange for like where the film kind of took place, it should have been done a lot sooner. I think it has been, just from what I've heard. Kind of looking into this, I think there have been talks about doing it a lot sooner, and it was just put on the back burner for whatever reason. But I think the success of Wonder Woman kind of made them realize that no, we can actually do this sort of thing. It's just one of those things. But obviously, it's been a victim of COVID as well. It was supposed to come out way before it has at this point. But let's get into the meat and bones.
Some good cast there as well. We've got David Harbour that plays. He's obviously in Stranger Things, and he was the new Hellboy that got sacked. Not because of him, because it was crap apparently. So David Harbour's in that. He's a good character in it. We've got obviously Scarlett Johansson, Florence Pugh. She's kind of come out of nowhere over the last couple of years and really started taking Hollywood by storm. She's a very young girl who has a very mature.
I would say like 100%, like kind of hand on heart at this point. I think that she is the strongest actor. She's got the strongest performance in this film. She's not the main character. She's pretty close to it, but for me, she kind of stood out the most from an acting standpoint. And well done to Florence Pugh for her performance in this. It was really good. One of the things that keeps this movie going is the character interactions. It happens a lot in the Marvel films. It's like whenever there's not much going on, it's all about the characters and how they talk and the dialogue. And the dialogue in this film is very Marvel. It's good, it's clever, it's quick-witted. So you're not going to be disappointed there.
So what you're saying is Florence was pure class. I'll be here all week.
Boom, you still got it.
Absolutely. So the casting was really strong. I liked it. Rachel Weisz, mate. Do you know I actually went to see this with your brother-in-law Ian, the guy that's with your twin, married to your twin.
He's with your twin. He's been married to her for like that's 46 years or something.
Well, we went to see it, and what was it? I found quite funny. What was I saying there? Oh no, it was in regards to what was I saying just before I said that it was
Florence
going
Pugh. Talking about Florence Pugh.
No, and it was just after that. God, losing my train of thought.
For anybody who knows what he's talking about, please get in touch at www.
Oh, it was something really funny, and we kind of went there, and then we laughed about it because of what it was. Oh, I've missed it there. Totally. That was it. We were talking about Rachel Weisz. I was sitting there watching it, and I turn over to your brother-in-law, and I say, "Mate, she looks a lot like Rachel Weisz." And he's like, "That is Rachel Weisz." I'm like, "No, it's no." I say, "She just looks like her." He's like, "No, that's her." I was like, "No, it's no. She kind of looks different, doesn't she? But still looks great, but looks different."
Mm-hmm.
And his words after that was, "Aye, that's who Daniel Craig's banging." What? His wife.
That's just who he's banging.
Happens.
Do you take Rachel Weisz to be the one you will lawfully bang?
A bang. Boom.
You still get it.
and then we kind of went on to a little bit of a conversation. Oh, the best she ever looked was in The Mummy. So, the Mummies were class, but that's another episode. An episode we will do, by the way. That's an episode we should do is The Mummy. The Mummy Returns. Class, man.
Yeah, I never thought about that before. Actually.
Not the third one.
I've not even seen it. I've seen bits of it.
Same.
I've seen bits of it. I'm like, nyeh.
When Rachel Weisz wasn't there, and they got someone that see if you're going to cast someone to play like the Rachel Weisz character, go and make her look like Rachel Weisz. It has to be someone new that we don't go. Oh, look what they're trying to do. It's like they're trying to put gaffer tape on Rachel Weisz.
Rachel Weisz for Vish. Vish. Wish. When you order Rachel Weisz for Wish. Oh, I need to get this in here, or at least a fan, man. Look at this.
I've got a fan on right now, mate. I've got a wee fan on. They go.
Well, at least we've got one wee fan.
I know, fuck. So let's talk about the movie. The movie was for me like I'll kind of say what my little piece on it, and then we'll give you your chance to say your piece on it. I liked it. I won't go there and say how it was crap. But if someone's like, "Here, Kev, you buying the Blu-ray Steelbook edition? It's 30 quid." No, I'm no. I'm no. You know what I mean? If someone's giving me the Blu-ray, I'll take it. If I see it in a shop for like 3 quid, I'm buying it. Maybe. But you know, it was cool. You didn't see a lot of Ray Winston, who happens to be the baddie in it. When I'm a bad guy, right? For me, the good guy is only as strong as the bad guy, and if the bad guy is no there through half the movie, you're just toiling with your good guy. Your good guy's just playing with the thumbs. So I was like,
you do get the feeling that he was maybe on set for like a couple of weeks. That was the time they had for him. But he makes an impression when he's there with, I have to say, an absolutely woeful Russian accent. But it's Ray Winston.
Terrible.
He tried. It's the second time. It's the second time he's done the Russian accent, isn't it? Did he not have a Russian accent in Indiana Jones? Or am I misremembering just because of the Russian connection?
I think he did. But mate, see the minute I seen him on screen, I was like, well, we can't know who the bad guy is. You didn't bring Ray Winston in to be a wee businessman. I was like, he's the bad guy. Yeah. And then when your brother-in-law's like that, I'm like, well, that confirms it.
Ray Winston is an absolute national treasure, man. There's no getting past. The guy has a great presence on screen. He is a good actor, but he is always just Ray Winston. Do you know? Like, I imagine when you meet him in real life, he's exactly like he is in every film you see him in.
Well, I saw obviously like how my interpretation of Ray Winston in every movie is this: you what, mate? Right, but not Beowulf. He was class in Beowulf.
Yeah, I never saw that one.
Watch it.
Anybody that thinks I should watch Beowulf, please get in touch. But nah, it's never been kind of top on my watch list. But anyway, he does have a presence. You know straight away that he's going to be the baddie. He's either a baddie, he's like the baddie of baddies, or he is the likable baddie in a big bunch of really bad baddies. That's what he tends to play. And for anybody that's never seen the film Love, Honor and Obey, please make sure you see that. Ray Winston, Jude Law, Johnny Lee Miller, Sean Pertwee, Risa Fans, Sadie Frost, who else? Kathy Burke, Denise Van Outen is in it. This film is absolute class. Just love, honor, and obey. Please remember those 4 words. Make sure you see that film. So continue, Kevin.
Just throw me back in there.
Just chuck you back in. Give you a wee shot.
Give me a wee shot.
Boom, I still got
it. Yeah, I think Ray Winston would have been better in it had we seen more of him. I did say to your brother-in-law, his accent is pants. But we can forgive him. It's Ray Winston. It's not like he's trying to impress us, right?
Yeah. If he says one sentence that's got 12 words in it, 3 of them sound Russian. that's pretty much where we're at. So you do, you say, you don't do. That's pretty much what we're looking at. But it's Ray Winston. It's like Sean Connery tries to do accents, and you don't even notice it's that bad. Shall I up? They go bring a knife to a gunfight. What is that?
I think Florence Pugh, like you say, she was really good in this. I think she's pretty much good in anything that we've seen her in. I liked Fighting with My Family. She plays Soraya Knight, who is Paige from WWE.
Is that? I knew I'd seen her somewhere before, like somewhere. Like I know she's done a lot of stuff, but she's been in a lot of films that I haven't seen. But I was looking, I was like, I know I've seen her, but I'm sure she had dark hair.
She was in The Last King of Scotland.
She must have been like a kid. She must have been really young in that.
Mate, she was the one that Chris Pine proper got naked and smashed on screen.
Oh, that'll be Outlaw King.
Was that?
The Last King of Scotland would star James McAvoy in like 2005.
So it did. Why did I call it that? Last King of Scotland's class, I know.
100 again. It's a film that flies under the radar. Nobody ever talks about it anymore. It's such a good film. It's shocking. It's visceral. It's nasty. But what a film that is, man! I know, really.
Outlaw King is class as well, though.
100%. I mean, an American trying to do a Scottish accent normally doesn't kind of pan out too well. But Chris Pine done a Pine job.
Yeah, he did.
He did a really good job with it. I mean, you could almost actually tell it was supposed to be it almost had that kind of East Coast sound to it as well. It wasn't just a generic, I'm going to try and sound Scottish. It was. It had a really. You could almost go, "Oh, he's fair like Dunbar."
Yeah, but Florence Pugh is his wife in that.
Right. Okay. Well, there we go. Boom! You still got it.
Yeah. So she was class in this. It's an action movie. Stunts in it. You're like, come on! You'd snap your leg clean off if you'd done that in real life. Some bits and bobs, I'm like, oh, all right. But on the whole, I would say, and I'm not just saying this because we're promoting Bathgate Cinema. I would say get a ticket and go. You'll not waste your money. As far as it being like one of the greatest Marvel movies, no.
You think so?
Come on, it's not one of the greatest. It'll never rank up there, but it's good. It's good. I'll not crap on it in any way. I can see that it was fun. The actors all done really well. I like the take on the Russian parents, and I liked the whole backhanded, with the twists and turns. Like you think, oh no, and then you're like, oh yes, then you're like, no, but yes. I like that. I like that.
There was plenty of that going on, man. There was things like I didn't know what was going on. Like most of the time, like it keeps you guessing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean I don't know what was going on. It's not like you're sitting confused, but
I don't know, Ken, what's going on in here.
there was no kind of I mean, like any film, it's got kind of twists and turns and stuff, but nothing that I would say that I seen coming. I think it did really well on that front. I went out of focus. Yoink. There we go. And there we go. Remember that Burniston sketch? And there we go.
No.
Nah, look it up, and there we go.
Boom.
So, boom, I still got it. If anybody knows what that's referring to, please let us know. Because nobody I know really kind of knows this program. But anyway, so for me, I feel like for me, I really, really enjoyed this film more than I've enjoyed most Marvel films, and that might shock you, right? But I've taken issue with a lot of superhero films in recent years, basically because to me at this point, they normally feel like unplayable video games. It's just go there, collect this, speak to him, travel back in time, collect this, need to get that thing, need to pick up that stone, get this, get that. This film's not like that at all. There's one element of get that stuff. But other than that, it's a linear storyline. There's no jumping back and forward, really. It starts early on and it moves and progresses through the time. And I think it's a good, coherent piece of storytelling that's well acted. The action scenes are really good. It's not too over the top. It's not too Marvel, which that's what I'm looking for. Obviously, there's Marvel fans like yourself, Kevin, might have been expecting a bit more from it. But for me, it felt like a kind of Mission Impossible crossed with just enough Marvel to make it slightly fantastic, but not too out of this world that it's so far gone that there's no kind of there's nothing grounded about it. It feels like it could almost be real people.
Apart from the stunts.
That's what stunts are for. That's what stunts are for. I mean, again, I'll cite Mission Impossible. Look at the stuff that goes on in those films, man. It's Fast and Furious. I mean, you're a fan of those films as well. Do you know? There's a lot to be said for a slightly more kind of toned down version of the superhero film. I think superhero films have got lost. They've got lost in their grandeur. They've got lost in their silliness. But this I didn't find this silly. I enjoyed it from start to finish. I really did. And like I said, the dialogue is really good as well. There's some really good kind of self-aware humor in there as well. Like the film knows what it is and it addresses it in some really funny ways. And I would kind of put this up there with trying to think. I'd put it up there with the first Iron Man for me as like when you take for an enjoyment factor. Just for me, this is not me saying this was what everybody should feel, but because of the way I feel about Marvel, Iron Man and this are quite closely related, and that's what I'm going to say.
As much as I completely disagree with that, I respect your opinion on it, and that's cool that what Marvel have done then is they've found a way to appeal to someone that's no big on Marvel movies. So well done to them.
Yep, well done.
So that was our review. So up next we've got Heather Dow in the comments, who's going to deliver us our true or false trivia.
So pull up a Florence and we'll get started.
A Florence?
Pull up a pew. Come on. You never heard that expression, pull up a pew?
No.
And it's right. Come on, pull up a pew. Take a seat. Pull up a pew.
No.
Oh my God, man.
Here we go.
That's because you're a fifer. Jesus Christ.
I'm so not a fifer.
You've spent time in Fife.
So have you. Anyways, Heather Dow gives us our first question here. Right, so J-Mac, don't answer yet. I will read out this question and then we'll take our calculated guesses. Also, anybody watching, read this question with us and you tell us whether you think it's true or false. Heather Dowfer says, this is David Harbour's third comic book feature. True or false? I'm just going to think about this, J-Mac. You think about it.
False.
Well, I know I know one thing, and I'm trying to think. I'm gonna go with true. Heather Dowfer, I say true. J Max says false. Please give us the answer in the comments section. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Because I know he played Hellboy. He's a comic book. And he's bound to have done something else in that time. So just waiting on the true or false there, Heather boy. Ha 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 ha! True. One to me, 0 to you. That's right. That's right. Look at that way. Kev 1, J Mac none. Kev 1, J Mac none. On to the next question.
It's 1-0. Sake.
Sorry. Okay, here we go.
Or one love.
Suicide Squad 2016 and Hellboy 2019 were the first two. All right, so that's no question.
That's where I went wrong, because I turned Suicide Squad off about 15 minutes in, because this is shite. So yeah, that's why I got that one wrong. I'll stand by my performance.
Well, it's not like you can run away and leave it, is it?
You think?
So, question 2. It's the 24th film of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. True or false?
False. Seems like too many. It's probably 23.
Just try to think. Hey?
I know how twisted she can be.
I'm trying to do them in my head here. So we started off initially with Iron Man, then we had the Hulk. In fact, I'm not giving you any of my.
I've already said false. It's fine.
Right.
You can talk through. This is like pointless. Everybody else has had their shot. You can talk us through the board.
It's the 24th film in the Marvel. I'm going to say false, because I think it's something we're closer to like 22. I think
we're at like 19.
So you said false also?
Yep.
Heather Dowfer. How can it still be Kev 1, J Mac none?
I'm assuming we both got that one right, so there's no point in adding a point on.
No, you would get one and I would get one if we got that right. It's true.
Right, so none of us got a point. There we go. That makes sense. Okay. Well, we both said false, so none of us got a point. So
cheating. Next question, Heather Dowfer cheat.
Boom, I still got it.
Boom, I still got it.
Awkward silence.
Heather Dowfer. For anyone listening at home, make sure to check out our stuff on YouTube. Go to YouTube and write in Jibber Jabber Podcast. We've got hours and hours of content that you'll enjoy, content even we still enjoy. And obviously, we do 2 weekly shows at the moment. We'll be doing more. There's more stuff going on there. That's why you need to head to Jibber Jabber Podcast on YouTube. All right, question 3. The movie almost happened way back in 2003, and the script was written back then but never recorded. True or false? False.
I'm just going to say true because he said false. I think it's false, but I'll say true just for the sake of fun. But I think it's false. That seems way, way, way too early.
Well, considering that Iron Man came out in 2008, and that was them kicking it off.
Wait, so I said true, didn't I?
And you're sticking with true because you're not going to change it.
I think I've just lost myself a point.
How did they end up with 1 point? No, I've got 2. So essentially, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Yeah.
I just got 2. Heather, what's with this pointing system, mate? Oops. Yeah, oops.
Oh, fuck. That's 2-0. It's 2-0.
I was like, how can you have magically had one?
I'm getting frustrated.
Yeah, I know. It's all over the joint here, Heather Dow. Come on, man. You had one job. There we go. That's better.
Who'd have thought that Kevin would be better at Marvel stuff than me? Boom, I still got it.
It was 2004. Ha! Bloody hell.
That's early, man. That's really early.
For Black Widow.
Aye, for something like Black Widow.
Mate, she didn't come into it till Iron Man 2.
Aye, but obviously the character of Natasha Romanoff has been kind of in there for a long time, and they're like, man, we should bring her in. This will be the last movie in the franchise with credit given to Stan Lee as executive producer. True or false? There was no way he could have got a executive producer on that. I didn't even notice.
I'm going to say true because he
I'll-
probably had something to do with it.
I'll say false.
Why are you just saying things I'm not saying?
It just adds to the fun, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll say false. I'll say false. I think Stan Lee would have had the executive producer on. I don't know. Iron
I think
Man.
it was The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think, was the last one I had. But
That was ages ago. This is going really well. How many more questions are there, by the way?
One more.
Just one more.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even bother asking it then because we know how this is going to go. In fact, no, if I get this one right, I get 4 points.
Hi, right. No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't. No, you
I
don't.
do.
It's not even a rule. It's not even a rule.
I'm making it up there now.
Kev 3, J-Mac, no.
It doesn't matter how many times you bring it up, it doesn't change the fact that I'm getting 4 for the next one.
Rubbish. That's rubbish. Well, then, if that's the case, I want 4 for everyone that I've answered correctly. And question 5 is upon us. Here we go. This is Scarlett Johansson's 8th time. I've done that for effect. 8th time playing Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow. True or false? I'm going to go for true.
False. It was her 7th.
And we'll find out in just a sec whether that was true or false. No.
Mind I get 4.
No, you don't get 4. Maybe you get -4. If you get it right, you get -4. Aye, Bolt. That's 1.
Hey,
Not 4.
4-3 to me. Brewmaster, got it?
So the winner it's her 9th. Oh well. So the winner of True or False Trivia is me. I'd just like to take this moment
All right,
to
Johnny Bravo.
I'd just like to take this moment to thank everyone that stood by me from the beginning. I knew I could do it. I knew I could absolutely smash J-Mac, and I so appreciate that he's given me this time to really reflect. So thanks for that, J-Mac. Winner, next week we will be doing True or False Trivia again, and I look forward to absolutely smashing them next week as well.
Well done. You want to smash me?
I want to smash you harder than I smashed your sister's leg. Pretty bloody hard. No, I'm kidding. So well done, Kev. Well done to Kev for winning. Let's all get a round of applause to Kev for winning.
Can I just say something that annoys me about my phone now? It's done this on my current phone and my previous phone, so it's not something that I've caused. When I type in Kev, it comes up KE capital V, and I have no idea why. No, if anybody else can explain that, please send us an email.
I think it's because they know Kevin is a creature of peace, so the V is a capital. I think
Kevin
that's
is
why
a creature of peace.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Bolt. And this reminds me, it's time for That's Him on the Spot.
I shaved my moustache like that for one night.
We'll do it one more time, and I want you to sing along. That's him on the spot, my man. Right, ready? That's him on the spot, my man. This week's On the Spot is brought to you by J-Mac. He's going to put me on the spot. He's totally not thought of one, has he?
Totally on the spot here.
Oh, mate, this was your prep for this week.
Okay. If you could have chosen anybody else to play the Red Guardian that wasn't David Harbour, who's it going to be?
You literally just recycled my question for last week.
Well, you put me on the spot.
You're supposed to put me on the spot. This is your turn this week.
Boom, you still got it.
All right, so yeah, I'll take my recycled question from last week. So if anyone could play what? The Red what?
I don't even know his name. The Red Guardian.
Who's that?
David Harbour.
All right. If anybody else could play him. Anything else to play him? I would have Ross Gunning from Bathgate Cinema. Speaking of Ross Gunning, evening all, evening Ross.
I don't know, man. I don't think he's kind of chubby and clumsy looking enough to play it
Enough.
at all.
Look at that face. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I don't know. You could get anyone really. I think Jude Law would play him well
Jude Law. Why Jude Law?
because he plays a crazy decent.
He's not crazy though.
Nah, but he'd play a crazy quite well.
but the Red Guardian's not a crazy.
He is a bit.
He's not. He's like the Russian Captain America.
Is he though? He's more clumsy and stupid. I would get I'd get the guy that plays Tandy.
that could be a shout. Actually, get Will Forte to play the Red Guardian. Every time he hits up, he's like, "Boom, I still got it."
He's only got half a mask and it's on the side that's no been shaved.
He's got 50 bad guys running towards him, and he goes, "Oh, fart."
Exactly. So that was on the spot. Next week it will be me that puts J-Mac back on the spot. Apparently I did it this week also. And by the way, question time.
It's question time.
Where you can put your questions in the comment section and we'll answer them, or even Bathgate Cinema can answer them. Heather Dow says Danny DeVito. Awesome. Go you.
I would quite like to see that. Actually, that could be kind of funny. It's like, but why would he have been picked to be that person in the first place?
I know.
At least David Harbour used to be tall and fit. He just kind of let himself go a wee bit. Danny DeVito has, like, his mum let him go when he was a kid.
He's vertically challenged.
I'm sure he actually does have he's got some kind of growth problem. Like, it's not just that he's wee, he does have some kind of genetic disorder that made him stay small.
No shit.
No shit, me.
Here's your sign.
Here's your sign.
So keep the show going for
Hey, buddy, your tire go flat? Nope. I was just driving around. These other three just swelled right up. Here's your sign.
Yeah, so we'll be on for another 5 minutes or so. Give you guys a chance to chat to us in the comments. What would you like to see in Bathgate Cinema? What have you tell us about an experience that you had when you recently went to Bathgate Cinema? I know a lot of people have been leaving reviews on the Facebook page, which is great. If you keep that up, that's only good. It'll help the cause, help the cause.
Hey man, you catch all them fish? Nope. Talked them into giving up. Here's your sign.
Hey, you going skiing? No, I just put them on the roof in case my car turns upside down.
Hey man, did you make it here okay? Nope, not here yet. Here's your sign.
Did you make it here okay?
That actually wasn't one of his routine. That's just one that I came up with because I hate that. Like, you arrive somewhere like, hey man, you find it all right? I'm here. Clearly
No, but that's where you interject and you say, no, I didn't actually. I went into Mrs. Townsley's house. All right, how do you know her name's Mrs. Townley? Because it said that on her stuff when I was going through it.
Do you know it's like small talk that is absolutely meaningless? Like, you bump into somebody you've not seen for 10 years because you have no interest in seeing them. Like, what you been up to? Nothing.
Yeah, but it's like, man, same old.
I know else for it.
Working away.
Working away. How's the family?
Aye, good. Aye.
You going on holiday this year? Nah, yourself? Nah. I've been actually. I went to Cyprus. Aye. Oh no, it was last year. Mundane conversation. Nobody's interested in.
Oh man, I know. Or that.
The next time you bump into somebody in the supermarket, just pretend you didn't see them. There's no point in having the conversation you're going to have.
It's also like when you're at work, you go, all right, what time you on till? Like, you don't care what time I'm on till. Like, absolutely don't care.
No, but again, it goes back to the taxi driver thing that Peter Kay talked about. What time are you on till? Everybody does it. You're sitting there in the back like,
Time you busy night tonight, aye. Time you lose.
so get good money then, huh?
I have a wee story about a time I was in a taxi. I was in the back of a taxi, right? And the fella had some sort of music on. He was I don't know. He was obviously from another country, and his music was a bit different from music I'd been listening to before, right? So it was off a different style of music, and I had to remember recording a Snapchat to me dancing to the music like this. So I'm like this in the back of a taxi, like dancing to the tune, ready to send it.
What type of music was it? Where was it from?
Probably Pakistan music or something like that. It was proper like happy and cheery and that, right? And I'm like,
that's what I think.
Something
I don't know the words. I don't know the words. I should really learn them before I do something like that again. And
no, that was like last week. Now it's just folk are going to come to your door. Nah, that wasn't actually that bad. But they're like this, right? And they're getting I was getting all the patter, and then Snapchat, once you've recorded a video, it plays it loud. It plays it back to you. So this dude heard me. He's like, "Why are you recording my music?" I'm like, no. Kev, just say no. No.
Dude, have you seen this twat that it goes basically goes about going, I was just walking past you, this guy's playing my song. Have you seen this guy? And he walks up and is like, hey man, how you doing? The guy's like, what do you want? What is it, man? What? You like this music? He's like, yeah, man, what do you want? That's my music, man. Oh my god, are you so? It's staged as F. And it's it's so annoying. I'm actually annoyed that you've not seen it, because now I feel like a tool for talking about it. Because what I was hoping for was he'd be like, oh man, I hate that guy. But when you see him, you'll hate him.
Probably send him to me and we'll chat about it on next week's episode. Ross says, bring on Braveheart, lots of exciting chats to have. Can I wait for Braveheart? 31st of July. I know, actually, by the way, there are so many people I know that are going that have not yet bought tickets. So I think closer to the date, those tickets will be sold. So anyone that's watching and you're planning on going to Braveheart, please book your tickets in advance, because you might not get one if you think you can just rock up on the day and get your ticket there. Because I know so many people that are actually going. So try do it in advance if possible. Remember, we do have Sandy Nelson.
Yeah, we've got Sandy Nelson. And for anybody that doesn't know, Sandy Nelson was also part of the Still Game alumni. He played Chris the Postie. Remember Chris the Postie? It's like,
Mark?
I've got a van. Aye, sitting here. The envelope. Remember that episode?
Aye, it's like telling an envelope. Aye,
that's Chris.
Aye,
yeah. Chris, remember the one where he kept delivering the post to the deed guy?
So aye, he wasn't actually dead though. Willie McIntosh, he wasn't actually dead.
That's why did his mail pile up then?
Because he was getting an operation. And what happened was, like, take a look at this picture here. He's like, what do you see? Letters all stacked to the thingy.
Hold your milk.
So what does that tell you? Doesn't he like milk?
No any milk. No any milk.
No any milk.
He said, he did. No, remember, again, he was in the Christmas episode as well, and it showed you how he dealt with the Christmas deliveries. He just chucks them into the river. He's like, Christmas is a bastard.
Caring Chris, the community postman.
So Sandy Nelson and Jimmy Chisholm, both amazing, great stories. I can't wait to hear them live, honestly. Kev and I will be on stage doing a wee Q&A with them, taking questions for the audience. These guys spent time on the set of Braveheart. They spent time with Mel Gibson. They're great actors in their own right. There must be loads of burning questions that you'll have for them. So please, please, please get your ticket. Come along. It's going to be a blast.
And not only that, right, but bring along some of your Braveheart memorabilia and get it signed. Get your opportunity to get it signed. I'm taking this 2-disc edition.
I wish I had some.
You'll need to find something to get signed, Jim.
Find something. If anybody knows where I can find anything.
What about the big Braveheart Claymore on the back of your wall there?
Oh my god! I didn't even think of that. Boom! I
So-
still got it.
So we are for this week out of time now. Question time has been open, and that's it. It's shut now. So we will see you next week again for another box office banter. Make sure you go to the website you can see above here. It is bathgatecinema.co.uk. Book your tickets. Remember, go along, get your popcorn, check out the posters at the door. Make sure to leave a review and be extra nice to the kind, caring staff that work tirelessly to make that place a success. It's been
The
an
wonderful,
absolute pleasure.
wonderful staff. They are wonderful.
Exactly. So go ahead, do it, and we'll see you here next week for another box office banter. Take it easy, guys.